There are so many people that have heard about magic truffles as a legal alternative to psilocybin mushrooms. And while these compounds are very similar, they're definitely not the same. And so in this video, we'll break down the differences in potency, experience, and legality between magic truffles and psilocybin mushrooms. But first, take a second to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Psychedelic Space. It's constantly evolving, and this is the best way to stay informed about all of the exciting developments. So first, let's start with the basics of magic truffles versus magic mushrooms. So these are different parts of the same psychedelic mushroom, Psilocybe cubensis. The quote-unquote mushroom is the fruiting body of the mushroom. It's the part that grows above the ground and looks like a mushroom. Pretty self-explanatory. The truffle is the sclerotia of the mushroom. This is a part of the fungus that grows underground. It's very mycelial in that way. It is a small potato-like granule of hardened mycelium about the size of a dried pea. And the fungus uses the truffles, the sclerotia, to store nutrients, including psilocybin. So sclerotia can remain dormant for decades, waiting for the right conditions to regrow its mycelial network and make more mushrooms. So again, the mushroom is the nutrient-rich fruit, and the truffle is the long-term storage for the mushroom. Okay, does this make sense? Now let's get into some of the differences. So first of all, when we're looking at the potency of mushroom versus truffle, both the mushroom and the truffle contain psilocybin, which is the active psychedelic ingredient in psilocybin mushrooms, in magic mushrooms. The biggest difference between mushrooms and truffles is the potency. So mushrooms are about 5 to 10 times as strong as truffles. So while a microdose of psilocybin mushrooms, anywhere from 150 to 250 milligrams, a microdose of truffles is anywhere from 1/2 to 2 grams, depending on potency. And while a macrodose of mushrooms is 2 to 3 grams, a macrodose of truffles is around 10 grams. So again, the mushroom is much more potent than the truffle. In terms of the experience, there's not necessarily a really big difference in the experience between truffles and mushrooms. Truffles tend to come on a little bit slower and last a little bit longer than mushrooms. They also tend to be a little harder on the stomach with more nausea. So if you're working with truffles, make sure you have some ginger to support you. Mushrooms are often faster acting and more intense. But again, the differences here are so subtle that you really need to be experienced to be able to feel into that difference between mushrooms and truffles. So in terms of legality, truffles weren't really a thing until 2008. And that's when psilocybin mushrooms became illegal in the Netherlands. Up until then, psilocybin mushrooms could be purchased in coffee shops, but due to a loophole in the law, psilocybin truffles were still legal because they had such low psilocybin content. So essentially, psilocybin truffles then became a legal alternative to psilocybin mushrooms. And because of EU law, you could live anywhere in the EU and get truffles shipped right to your door. Up until recently, this even worked in the United States before they started to crack down a little bit. So the current situation is a little different. And remember, I'm not a lawyer, and this is not legal advice. This is just for your own awareness around mushrooms versus truffles. So be sure to check your local laws before ordering magic truffles on the internet. All that being said, you can still purchase truffles from Dutch vendors and get them shipped to almost anywhere in the world. However, unless you live in the EU, it is highly likely that they will not make it through customs. Some do, but there's plenty of stories where it doesn't. I have not heard any stories of people getting into legal trouble by ordering truffles, even if they are confiscated by customs. But again, this is not legal advice. This is just so you are aware of the full risks and can make an informed decision for yourself about truffles versus mushrooms. So to recap, magic truffles and magic mushrooms are just different parts of the same fungus. Mushrooms are more potent, but there is not a really significant difference in the overall experience. And if you want to learn how to grow your own mushrooms, be sure to check out Third Wave's Mushroom Grow Kit. It comes with everything you need to grow your own mushrooms at home, well, besides the spores, making it a quick and easy process for you to work with mushroom medicine. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to grow your own medicine from microdosing or high dose experiences, check out our Mushroom Grow Kit. It's the simplest way to get a reliable source of high quality mushrooms, and it includes detailed videos walking you through the entire process. No confusion, no guessing, just clear instructions for best results. Check out the link in the description below.